Hey folks, hope you are doing good. Have you ever wondered how a hyperbola hole works? Kinda illusion, right? We are going to explore that in this video. So let's get started. Here we are in Fusion 360. I'm gonna begin by creating a sketch on YZ plane. Make sure that you enable 3D sketch because we are gonna create this model using only one sketch. Pay attention guys. We have studied hyperbola in our earlier classes, right? We are going to apply that knowledge to this model. We know that the eccentricity of a hyperbola is greater than 1. We'll get to know that in a moment. I'm gonna assume y-axis is the directrix for the hyperbola. I'm gonna put a point on z-axis. This is my focal point. Let the distance from directrix to that point be 20 mm. And I'm gonna constrain it horizontally to horizon. Perfect. I told you that eccentricity of a hyperbola is greater than 1. Let's explore that now. Draw two lines like this. Trace the horizon point vertically. Repeat the same and draw a bigger one. Make sure that it is not constrained with any entity. Now, I want these 2 points to be vertical about the horizon. Select these 3 points and choose vertical. Awesome. They are free to move. We just need to give them dimension. Here, the eccentricity is greater than 1. It means that the ratio of length of this line to this line is always greater than 1. Keep in mind that the ratio is constant for all these entities. So, let's define the dimension of this line. Be on the keyboard, select this line. If you are unable to get the align dimension while you're hovering, just right click and choose align in here. That's all. Let the length of the line be 30 mm. The length of this line is 30 times 0.5. That is 15 actually. So 30 by 15. To right, we are satisfying eccentricity value. Let's apply the same for this. The length of this line be 15 mm and the length of this line be 15 times 0.5. Now if you try to move these points, I want these to be extreme points. That's all. Repeat the same for this one also. Keep it in extreme. Just try dragging. Yeah, this is the extreme point for this one. Mirror these about z-axis. Select these two entities and select mirror. The mirror line be z-axis. Awesome. Now we got all the points. We have to draw a spline to these points. You can have more entities like this to have a perfect curve. For now, these are enough for me. Select spline and pass through these points. Awesome. Awesome guys. Now this is our main entity. Let's convert these entities into construction. We don't need them anymore. Select all those and press X on the keyboard or choose construction in here. Awesome. Now that we got our hyperbola profile, let's offset that profile so that we'll get space for the rod to revolute. Select this profile and drag it inside. I want this to be -2 mm. Repeat the same and offset position be -10 mm. Repeat it again and the distance be -12 mm. Now I want you to draw a rectangle. Origin as center. Place it roughly and the height of the rectangle be 45 mm. The width be 50 mm. Now I want you to trim all these extra entities. T on the keyboard, just drag it over to trim all the entities. Oops, we just trimmed the entity which we need. undo that operation. Awesome. Let's delete this entity. Delete this one also. Yeah, now it looks nice and clean. Position the dimensions so that we can clearly see our sketch. Now I want you to offset this line so that we'll be placing a circular profile and then we'll be rotating that within the circumference. Just select offset and remove the chain selection. In that way we'll be selecting only this entity. Let the offset distance be 3 mm and make it for construction. I want to draw a line from this profile to this profile, so that we'll close it. Let the distance from this line to this line is about 2 mm. Trim these profiles. See on the keyboard, draw a circle center as this midpoint. The plane be XZ. Snap to the edge. Perfect. This is going to be our base. Now repeat circle and draw center as this point. And this plane be XZ. Let the dia be 42 mm. Perfect. Just disable the horizon so that we can clearly see the sketch. We got our base and the body for rotation. We just need to make a profile for the rod. For that, draw a line from this point to this point. Now that we got our line, I want midpoint of this line so that we can draw a line from this point. Select point and hover over to the midpoint of that line. Awesome, we just got that point. We're almost done, guys, just few clicks more. Let's switch to top view and we just have to create that same point in here so that we'll be drawing a line from this point to this point. That is our rod. Draw a line from this point to this point. We are going to get the midpoint of that line. Select point and place it at mid of that line. Now draw a line from that point and repeat the line. Draw a line in X direction. I want this line to be equal with this line. Select equal. Select this line. If you are unable to select that line, hold the left mouse button and hover over to the features. Yeah, this is the line which we want. Select this one and this one. Awesome, guys, awesome. Now we need to connect these 2 points, and on the keyboard choose this point and the point in here. Awesome, we are just done with the sketch. It seems messy, but I hope you will understand, guys. Just finish the sketch. Now choose these 2 profiles. Q on the keyboard. The distance be 5 mm. Enable the sketch again. Repeat the same for this entity. Q on the keyboard. I want an offset of 0.2 mm because we'll be lifting one leg of this profile. The distance be to object. The object be this one. I don't want it to be joint. I want it to be new body. Click OK. So let's extrude this profile too. Select these entities. Just hover over and select that entity. Q on the keyboard again. Let the direction be symmetric. Switch to whole length. Distance be 3 mm. Make sure that it is a new body. We'll join it with this body later. Yeah, now that we got our profile, let's create the rod. Under create menu, select pipe. If you hover over to this profile, it is selecting the entire profile, but we don't want that. Just disable the chain selection. Now select this line. I want it to be a new body. Let the dia be 6 mm. Yeah, it's almost good, but it is floating. Don't worry, we'll offset that in a moment. Click OK. Think we're done with the sketch. Let's disable the sketch now. Key on the keyboard, select this face and manipulate it using arrow. Don't go too deep. Click OK to take that offset. Now I want to combine these two bodies and these two bodies. Select combine in here, select this one and this one. Make sure that the operation is joined. Repeat the combine, select these two entities. Click OK. Awesome. We're almost done with this, guys. Just few more clicks. We just need to assemble that. We're having only one component. I just want this to be in another component for assembling. Select joint in here, hover over to the base and select this entity. For component 2, select this entity. Make sure that the motion type to be revolute. Let's play that again and make sure that it is not touching. Oh, it's just touching the top face in here. One more edit. Select this face and Q on the keyboard. Decrease that length so that it do not overlaps with that. -5 mm is fine, I think so. Take that offset. I want this offset to be before that joint. Let's animate the joint. Yeah. Now it looks good and perfect. Now I'd like to mirror this body to the other side. Select mirror. Change the pattern type to bodies. Select this and the mirror plane be XY. Click OK to take that edit. Yeah, it looks good for me. I want this mirror to be before that joint. Let's animate the joint. Make sure that it is not intersecting with the bodies. Yeah, it looks good, isn't it, guys? Just disable joints and switch to render workspace. Hide the render gallery for a moment. Yeah, we were unable to see anything. I want to change scene settings. Apply environment. It looks good. But this is not what I expected. I wanna add plaza, which is my favorite thing. Yeah, now that we added environment, let's make some adjustments so that it looks good. Close the scene settings. Be on the keyboard. Apply some colors. This is looking great, isn't it, guys? Let's close the appearances and switch to design. I just want to add motion steady to this so that we'll get environment when we animate the model. Click on motion steady and select this joint for the motion steady. Bring the playhead all the way to the end and select a point there. Let the angle be 360 degrees. What it means that it rotates 360 degrees for 99 frames. Select loop and play that. Yeah, it looks good. Just take that edit and switch to render workspace. Adjust the position so that it looks good. This one looks good for me. Let's render that. I'm going to choose high resolution under print. Just click on render. Yeah, it is now complete. Just click on that. Yeah, not bad. What I want to focus here is motion steady. Just click on that. It only enables when you did motion steady in the design workspace. Just click on that. It says me that the crowd rates are exceeded. Just adjust the resolution until you get this render option enabled. Wait until the render completes. Awesome, guys, our motion steady is ready. Just click on this to have a preview. Play the animation. Yeah, it is too slow, right? But don't worry, we'll get it done. Just download motion steady as video. Choose the location in your local computer. Now, if you play the animation, it looks like this. It's good, isn't it? Impress your client by sending this animation. Hit that like button if you like this video. We got many videos like this. Select any of these and watch them. I will see you in next video guys. Thank you so much.